Oi, lads. Whoa, look at this new card. Den of the Bugbear. Alright, this thing is absolute gasoline, man. Are you ready for mono red 4 Den of the Bugbear, 4 Faceless Haven? And your sorcery speed and removal spells are obsolete forever. You better hope that every removal spell in your deck is instant speed. No more binding of the old god shenanigans. Otherwise, you're a dead player. You're a dead gamer. Dies to Stomp, true, but it's a land, and you also get a 1-1, right? Well, I guess you don't get a 1-1, but still. This card's nuts. Yeah, I mean, manlands are nuts. Who knew? Who knew that putting a creature on a land would make the land strong? Pretty much everybody. Board wipes are even worse now? Yeah. Monocolor decks get a massive, like, power spike this set, huh? Because they're pretty much the only decks that will be able to play Haven and their manland. Mimic. Artifact Treasure. So you have to sack it to make a color. What? Mimic becomes a shapeshifter artifact creature token with base power and toughness 3/3 until end of turn. So this is what? This is a Guardian Idol that doesn't give you mana? Wow. Incredible. This card sucks wieners. Charmed Sleep. Okay, that'll be my... Can't wait to have my 17 to 20th copies of Charmed Sleep. Okay. I've definitely not seen this card before, and it's definitely not absolutely insane, but let's read it and find out if it is. Flame Skull. 1 red creature skeleton flying, can't block. Okay. 3 mana 3/1, can't block, double red. With Rejuvenation. When Flameskull dies, exile it. Okay? Cool. If you do, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of turn, on your next turn, you may play one of those cards. I don't know what to tell you, chat. This thing is absolutely insane. If you are a Magic the Gathering gamer who likes to put mountains on your deck, I suggest you put this card in your deck. If you're a Magic the Gathering gamer who does not like to put mountains on their deck, then what can I tell you, man? Get fucked. You're gonna die to this. You're gonna get flame skulled in the ass repeatedly for hundreds and hundreds of matches. No haste is a bummer. Ah, right, yeah, nice, man. No haste. Let's just... Why don't we just errata Skyclave Shade and Scourge Boy? Why don't we just give them haste, right? Because they're unplayable without haste. They're completely unplayable. They're not in any decks. It dies to Spikefield Hazard. It does, yeah, but there's not many decks that can play Spikefield Hazard, man. Healer's Flock is a white uncommon with CMC 3 white and 3/3 flying lifelink. Deserved better than this to become a mythic. Why this is a mythic? Really don't understand. ... Disappointed. ... Spencer hates this. Spencer hates the Flameskull. Why a mythic? Is that the... I hate red aggro. Always the most disappointing wastes of mythic slots... I play commander only. For me, this would be very disappointing to pull from a pack because it's pretty worthless, as aggro is not really a viable strategy in a long multiplayer format. Even if it's worth money and I can sell it or something, that's still not going to make it anything but a bummer to pull. Rather get fun, useful things. This is a problem with a lot of red mythics, sadly, and I always seem to get them despite only buying a small amount of sealed product. I'm not going to say anything about that, dude. Not going to say anything. I'm going to let the words speak for themselves. Okay, Icing Death, Frost Tyrant. What is this? This is a Mythic. Mythic Dragon, 4 mana, double white. Flying Vigilance with a 4/3. Okay, so far terrible. When it dies, create Icing Death, Frost Tongue. A legendary white equipment artifact token with equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls and equip 2. Okay, chat. I'm gonna have to manage your expectations here, right? One, okay, this thing in a vacuum sucks anyway, but you have to remember that all of the removal will be exile, because we now live in a Flame Skull meta. So what this thing actually says: when Icing Death Frost Tyrant dies, do nothing. Why Mythic? Isn't a snow creature. I mean, it's a fair comment, honestly. Mythic spoiler comment section keeps getting dumber and dumber. False, man. It's been maximum dumb since day one, dude. That's fake news. Okay, what the hell is this? Treasure Chest, 3 mana rare artifact. For 4 mana, you sack your treasure chest and you roll a d20. What the hell is a d20? A 20-sided dice? I know. I knew that, guys. I fooled you. I absolutely knew what that meant. Roll, but don't dice have 6 sides? I didn't even know you could get 20-sided dice. Okay, so if you roll a 1, you have become trapped and you lose 3 life. That sounds like a great use of 7 mana. If you roll a 2 to 9, you create 5 treasure tokens. If you roll a 10 to 19, you gain 3 life and draw 3 cards. And if you hit the jackpot, you search your library for a card. If it's an artifact card, you may put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put that card into your hand and then you shuffle. You know when I read cards like this? It just makes me sad that I don't play games of Magic where I can use this. Where in the world do I have to go to play games of Magic where I can play with this? Seriously. I'm in the wrong neighborhood, dude. Where do I go, man? Anyone got some directions? Kitchen table? But I don't have a kitchen, I'm not... How rich do you think I am? Oh, this guy's got a kitchen. Wow. Even in limited, this is terrible? I don't think so. I think it's fine in limited, right? You just play this on 3 and then fucking roll it on 4. I think this card's very good in limited, man. Like, very, very good. It needs to be clarified in the rules that a turn down is not a d20. Aside from that, I think this is a fine EDH card. These people are... like, they're saying English words, but I don't speak this language, whatever they're saying. I do not speak this language. People claim that shit in my LGS all the time. What the hell is a turn down, guys? What's a turn down, and what's the difference between that and like a normal 20-sided dice? Turn down die does not have the numbers random on the die. They're weighted 20-sided die. Well, I mean, obviously that's not a dice then. A weighted dice... Like, you can't fucking bring a weighted dice to a game of Magic. What? That is nonsense. Actually, you can, as long as they don't find out. True. You see a guard approach. Blue instant, 1 mana, huh? 1 mana and you choose tap creature or... target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. Wow, that's pretty good, man. So it's like, it's dive down basically, but instead of getting 3 toughness, you get the option to instead tap a dude. Seems good. The thing, like these type of cards, there's not many decks that they can go in, right? I mean, you basically can play this in a blue tempo-based deck, but there's normally a blue tempo-based deck in most metas, right? I mean, right now we've got rogues. Before we had mono blue. Most of the time there's a deck that you can play this in, and this card's pretty decent. I don't know, but it feels somewhat cringy and offensively dumb, the addition of names to the modes. Other than that, this seems like a fine card. It's absolutely fine, apart from the offensively dumb and cringy part. Other than that, it's fine. No big deal. Circle of Dreams Druid, GGG. For an Elf Druid, 3 mana 2/1, add green for each creature you control. How does this compare to, like, the other cards that do this? What else is there? There's Archdruid. It's kind of the same card as Archdruid, is it not? Pretty much. Oh wait, Archdruid pumps your elves, huh? Okay, that's kind of relevant, yeah. That's kind of relevant. I don't know, chat, seems kind of bad. Is there any way to use Green Devotion? I've just seen someone say, not as good as Gaia's Cradle. Wow, man. I'm glad. Thank you for being here to provide your expert analysis. They're really, really nuanced there, you know? You've really took a deep dive into the card and thought, this random creature is not quite as good as one of the best lands ever. I do agree with your opinion. I just felt that it didn't need saying. Hot damn, that's good ramp. True, mate, true. Don't think of this card for Elf Ball. Think of it in a tokens deck in general. Yeah, man, I like your thinking, but not for Standard and Historic, because most token decks in Standard and Historic need no creatures in their deck at all, right? Apart from tokens and their top end thing. So you can use transmog type effects. You want to play tokens and then some Elish Norns or some piggies. Or that big... What's the other dumbass called? Hoofingtons. Cradle on a Stick. Oh, nice, man. 3 CMC Mana Dork lol. See? James knows what's up, man. Absolute lol. Plundering Barbarian. 2 and a red for a creature. That is a 2/2, and you may destroy an artifact or create a treasure. Is that good and limited? I mean, it's not terrible. It's kind of just fine, isn't it? Definitely pickable. You come to a river. 2 mana instant. Bounce a permanent or +1/+0 can't be blocked. Okay. Seems kind of worse than Brazen Borrower. Cave of the Frost Dragon. Ooh, the white land. Okay, same 2 or more, it's tapped. So it's 5, and you get a 3/4 flyer. Dragon. A 3/4 dragon flyer. That kind of seems like the worst one so far, honestly. I guess the black one is a bit more narrow. The black one can be bad in matchups where Exile and Graveyard is not relevant. Gandalf finisher? I think Gandalf uses the blue one, man. I mean, guys, obviously it's a solid man. It's still going to be good, but when I say it seems like the worst one so far, I have not said this card is bad. I have said that this might be the worst one out of 5 incredibly good cards. Being the worst incredibly good card is still an incredibly good card. Those lands are just so good. The Blackstaff of Waterdeep. You may choose not to untap the Black Staff of Waterdeep during your untap step. And then for 2 mana, you tap it. Another target non-token artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature as long as the Black Staff of Waterdeep remains tapped. Activate only as a sorcery. What? Is this good? It seems kinda good, you know. So it's 3 mana that you can pay over multiple turns for a 4/4. But you do have to play another artifact first. It seems like a deck that this goes in is a bad deck, I don't know. But it is only 3 mana to get a 4/4, you know. And in a deck that... In an artifact heavy deck, which is obviously a deck that normally would struggle to have 4/4s that can fight on the battlefield. And artifact decks don't normally have a presence on the board like that. I just can't think that there's not too many artifacts that you would want to put in your deck and then also change to 4/4s and risk them dying, huh? This card is pretty good, but I don't think you'll see much of it. That's my rating. Turn 1 this card, turn 2 Colossal Plough, turn 3 you will have a 4/4 creature and 4 mana. Wow. Okay, Guild Thief. Whenever a Guild Thief deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Guild Thief can't be blocked this turn for 4. Okay, scamp. Devour Intellect. Black sorcery. Target opponent discards a card. If a mana from a treasure is spent to cast a spell, instead that player reveals their hand. You choose an online card from it. Then that player discards their hand. Okay. Is this card a house? Seems pretty goddamn good. Trash turn 1 though? Is it? Its thought says if you have a treasure, yeah. I don't know, guys. Don't sleep on this, man. I can absolutely picture a metagame where every black deck plays 4 of this. Depends what the treasure thing looks like, huh? Because there's a lot of cards so far. We've not even seen that many cards, but a lot of them have treasures, huh? I mean, guys, not only is there a lot of ways in Standard already to make treasures, but a lot of the ways that you can make treasures are on very good cards, you know? Magda is great, Goldspan Dragon is great, etc, etc. Prismari Command is great, you know? And I disagree that casting this on turn 1 is terrible. It's fine. They're not black cards? Who cares, man? I mean, it just doesn't... It doesn't have to... You don't have to play it in mono black. I think this is a... They say Goldspan is great, it's CGB. I do not think Goldspan is great, no. But I do think Goldspan significantly rises up the pecking order after rotation, huh? To the point that it will be near the top, yeah. For now, with all the cards that we have available, I think it is disgustingly overrated. But that does not mean I think it's bad. That just means I think it's overrated. This card's insane too. What have we got here? 1 white, 1/3, human cleric. Okay, good tags. Gain 2 life, destroy target enchantment, exile card from graveyard. Wow. That is pretty good. It's like Return to Nature, huh? But you also get a 1/3? Wow. Common value? Well, they kind of set precedent for these type of cards being commons, huh? With the green one. The green Mass Vando. That's a common too. I mean, it's kind of a crazy common, isn't it? What other ways is there to remove enchantments in white? Is there any other ones on a creature? Apparition, I guess, yeah. I don't think you'll see too much of this card, but it is, if we live in an enchantment universe, then I guess you might see it. If you need, like, more than your 4 apparitions, you hear something on watch. +1/+1 for all creatures, or deal 5 to attacking creatures. Attacking creatures? Oh no, it's 1 creature, okay. Typo. It is not a Settle the Wreckage for 2 mana. Sag. This is a terrible card name. Who the hell made up this card name? You hear something on watch. If you're playing this card in paper, you're out of breath by the time you've announced to your friend what card you're about to play. In response I cast, you hear something on... Yeah, it's too long, man. That's way too long. 5 words. 5 words. It's not even something that you can shorthand either, huh? Gelatinous Cube. 2 BB for an ooze and Gulf. When Gelatinous Cube enters the battlefield, exile target non-ooze creature an opponent controls until Gelatinous Cube leaves the battlefield. Dissolve. XB. Put target creature card with mana value X, exiled with Gelatinous Cube, into its owner's graveyard. Wow. That's pretty good, no? It has to be good. Bad Chupa? What do you mean bad Chupa? It's an insane Chupa. It attacks for 4, dude. Bad Chupa. XB. It's a 4/3/4 drop, man, that removes a creature when it enters the battlefield. Can this remove... No, it cannot remove a Colossus, huh? Exile target non-ooze creature, no. You can remove indestructible stuff, yeah. That's not too relevant though, but... It's not great against removal on the turn that you cast it, but it's fine against removal anytime after the turn that you cast it, right? Because you can just respond by getting rid of the creature. I don't know, man. I think it's pretty good. Okay, good card. Y'all are a bunch of goddamn haters. Bull Strength. +2/+2, trample, untap. Yep, skip. Manticore. 4 mana, 2/1 flash flying with tail spikes. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target creature an opponent controls. It was dealt damage this turn. Yeah. This is the type of card that gets rated A in draft tier lists, and then I don't pick it, and then people say, pick the Manticore. And I have to say, shut the fuck up, you dumbass. This thing absolutely sucks. Triggers me. Absolutely triggered. That thing's going straight to the top of the tier list, guys, and I'm gonna have to face endless chat messages of pick a Manticore. No, it's shit, mate. This card's Pog. You see a pair of goblins. What is with these card names? These card names, they're beginning to genuinely trigger me. Like, not even a meme anymore. They're beginning to piss me off. These card names are terrible. It's almost like they're D&D related. Okay, man. No need to get sarcastic. Come on. 2 red instant, choose 1. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Create 2 1/1s. This thing is not far off being decent, you know. It's... I mean, I would like if it cost 2. But it costs 3. It's a pretty cool card, though. Instant, by the way. Yeah, but I mean, Raise the Alarm's instant, huh? And that costs 2 mana, and you don't play that in mono white. This is the actual nuts. No, it isn't, Peter. Shut the fuck up. Choose your weapon. 2 green instant. Double target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. This spell deals 5 damage to target creature with flying. Okay, this thing sucks. Let's go next. Grazalax, Illithid Scholar. 3 mana, 3/2 horror. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you may return it to its owner's hand. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. I mean, that's a lot of good words. Worse Toski. Is it? I mean, this one's only 3 mana, dude. I don't know, it seems pretty good to me. Nothing blue can be bad. That seems untrue, but... It's trash, mate? Well, I mean, it's definitely the wrong colour. It would be better in any other colour, but... I don't know, seems good to me. 50 feet of rope. 1 artifact. 1 mana artifact. So tap to climb over. Target wall can't block. 3 to tie up. Target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. And 4 to rappel down. Venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. Amazing Unlimited? Is it amazing? The tie up and the rappel down are very expensive, man. Like, they are exceptionally expensive abilities. It is pretty good in a slow deck, though. Like, if you play this in turn 1 and then on turn 3 you just make their creature not untap. It's good against aggro, isn't it? Probably fine, but I mean, it's not that good, really. Orb of Dragonkind. 1 red artifact. It's a rare. So for 1, you add 2 mana in any combination of colours. Spend this mana only to cast dragon spells or activate abilities of dragons. And for a red, you can sack it to look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal a dragon card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay. So it's a dragon tribal signet, huh? I mean, it's probably good, right? Not really sure how this can be bad if you're playing enough dragons to use the mana. I mean, I don't think there's... I highly doubt there's going to be enough good dragons to make a dragon deck. But if there is a dragon deck, then this thing's in it. This thing's an easy 4 of, isn't it? Both abilities are good. This is just a signet, and this is... I mean, once you've got enough lands, you just fetch a dragon from your deck. If there are enough dragons in your deck to make use of this 2 mana, then there will be enough dragons in your deck to pretty much always hit off this. So you're chilling. Is there going to be enough dragons to make a dragon tribal deck? Fuck no, there's not. No chance. Werewolf Pack Leader, GG. Creature, human, werewolf. 2 mana, 3/3. Whenever Werewolf Pack Leader attacks, if you attack with creatures with power, total power 6 or greater as combat, draw a card. And for 4, it's a 5/3 with trample. Wow. That's kind of good, no? And yeah, mono green desperately needs a 2-drop, man. Like, this is the perfect card for mono green. Mono green desperately needs a 2-drop. To be honest, it needs another 1-drop as well. I mean, chat, this is just a banger of a card, isn't it? I can guarantee that I will have Werewolf Pack Leader on my side of the battlefield at some point during the Forgotten Realms set. I can 100% guarantee it. Have you considered Double Infuriate? CGB, you say that, man. But the first thing that I'm going to do in the Forgotten Realms is going to be a turn 2 lethal. I can guarantee that because we're going to play the card that I revealed and we're going to pretty much mull and concede until we have turn 2 lethal. So the first time that I cast a card in Forgotten Realms will be a turn 1 Minion of the Mighty, and then they will be dead on turn 2. Because I'll just be mulling and conceding until it happens. That is a fact. Okay, this card's a banger. Mono green. Always a fun deck for a while, until it's not fun. The Book of Vile Darkness, BBB. legendary artifact. At the beginning of your end step, if you lost 2 or more life this turn, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. You can tap it and exile the Book of Vile Darkness and artifacts you control named Eye of Vecna and Hand of Vecna, and you can create Vecna, a legendary 8/8 black zombie god creature token with Indestructible. It gains all triggered abilities of the exiled cards. Okay, cool. What is Eye of Vecna and what is Hand of Vecna? We don't know yet. Okay, cool. Moon-based Cleric. Oh, this is the one that's supposed to be a mythic, huh? From earlier. 2 and a white. Creature, human, elf, cleric. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an enchantment card, reveal it, then shuffle and put that card on top. What? On top of the deck, man. Not into play. Not even into hand. On top of the deck? This was supposed to be a mythic. Nah, someone in the comments earlier was complaining that Flame Skull was a mythic or something was a mythic, and they said that this should have been a mythic instead. The moon-based cleric. First ever human elf. Human elf cleric. So how can you be a human and an elf? Half elf? Obviously it's half elf, dude. It's half elf, half human, because you're a human and an elf. But that's what I'm saying. How is that impossible? He's not fucking 2/3 elf, 1/3 human. That is self-explanatory. Okay, Black Dragon, 5 BB for a 4/4 with Acid Breath. When it enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls get -3/-3 until end of turn. 1 creature. Okay, scam. Green Dragon. 6 mana 4/4 Poison Breath. When it enters the battlefield until the end of turn, whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, destroy it. Okay. This plus Mayhem Devil. This is the new Corval chat. Adult Gold Dragon. I'm so done with these card names, man. I'm so done with these names. This is another terrible name. Adult Gold Dragon. What? That's a placeholder name. They forgot to, like, actually add the real name at the end. You can't complain if you can't make the names better, man. Well, yeah, I can. I can make up a new name for this card. Let's have a think. What could this card actually be called? How about Zapdos? It's a cool name, isn't it? Alright, what's the card? It's a 5 mana flying lifelinking haster. It's pretty awful. Ebon Death Dracolich. 2 BB legendary creature zombie dragon, flash flying. 5/2. Enters the battlefield tapped. You may cast it from your graveyard if a creature not named Ebon Death Dracolich died this turn. Okay, this one's kind of good. So you can cast it even if your opponent's creature has died, huh? Wow. That is pretty good. It's only 4 mana, huh? Kind of scuffed that it can't block, but probably for the best that it can't block, honestly. This one seems really good. You can just play this in pretty much any black deck, huh? You can play it in control decks, you can play it in aggro decks. It just goes in any deck with a swamp, basically. If you play it in an aggro deck, you can just rebuy it once your other creatures die. If you play it in a control deck, you can rebuy it once you kill the opponent's creatures. It just goes in every deck. Dueling Rapier. Red mana, equipment with flash, and you get to equip when it enters, +2/+0. Equip 4. Oh my fucking god. Equip 4, dude. What is that? Why so much? Equip 1 would be fine. Because it auto-equips. Yeah, but I mean, this is... With Equip 4, this is just a Rimrock Knight without the Rimrock Knight, man. This is a Rimrock Knight, but you don't get the creature. It's pretty good. Is it pretty good? I don't know, man. Guys, Equip 4 is like just an incredible amount. There's no way this is good. Equip 4 is an extortionate amount. I'm passing it. I'm gonna say nope to the Dueling Rapier. You find the villain's lair. Counter spell or draw 2, discard 2? What? Draw 2, discard 2. Couldn't this just be do both of the things? Why choose one's terrible. It would be the best 3 mana counter ever if that was the case. Yeah, but I mean 3 mana counters are shit, you know? Who the hell cares? This is good. No, it's not, man. No, it's not. Que Ecuador! Que Ecuador!